cap off what has been an excellent year of Prefect Talks, please welcome to the lectern, Robert Chu.
Good morning. As you all noticed already, Animal Boy is dressing differently today. This is because today is Animal Friday. Friday is named in honor of Mark Jocelyn, an animal student back in 1976. Contrary to popular myths, Mark was not colorblind. He simply enjoyed wearing bright colors in keeping with the school dress code at the time, which was dress shirt, sports jacket. Mark is now a successful lawyer practicing in Ottawa. So a little history for everyone in the morning. And first of all, I encourage everyone who's sitting here today to take a moment and thank our audience and the best dressed man today, Mr. Hutton, for his hard work throughout our career. Before I start my actual speech, I have a piece of breaking news that I read on CNN this morning. Scientists had just detected a comet is going to hit Earth in 8 hours, which may cause the extinction of human beings. Now let me start my speech while we are counting down the last 8 hours we can spend together. Through our history, there have been thousands of times people have predicted Judgment Day. When this Judgment Day approaches, people intend to panic. This is a universal panic through all genders, races, nations, and ages. I've always been wondering, what's the cause of this panic? I didn't find out the answer until I met this nice gentleman in New York City. Let's just call him Mr. X for now. Mr. X was a bank broker back in 2001. As the same as Mariah foretell in 2009, there was another foretell saying the world is going to end in late 2001. Mr. X believed in his foretell deeply, so guess what did he do? He quit his job in the summer of 2001 and started to do all the things he had ever dreamed about. First thing first, he went back to China from New York City and visited all the relatives he hadn't seen in years. Then he took his parents with him to travel around Tibet, which was a childhood dream for him. When he headed back from Tibet, he proposed to his girlfriend and got married in less than a month. Finally, everything was settled. It was late November already. He said at this point, he was literally just waiting for the death as he has accomplished all the goals in his life. But he had never felt more peaceful or satisfied in his life as that late November. Obviously, nothing happened on that Judgment Day, as I'm still standing here and delivering a speech to you. However, he felt he was reborn. He said when he realized the foretell was just another foolish joke, he didn't regret for anything he did, because he felt this was the very first time in his life he actually could be the true Mr. X he always wanted. He did everything that he truly wanted to do, and he couldn't in a normal life because of all kinds of distractions. His fascinating story helped me realize one crucial fact, which is in reality, the only reason we have this huge panic every time we heard about this foretell, about the Judgment Day, is there are just so many things in our lives haven't been done, even though we really want to. One of the common mistakes our modern people make is we all like to postpone things to tomorrow. I will get this done tomorrow. I will call her tomorrow. I will pay my check tomorrow. I will start to work tomorrow. Tomorrow sounds like an unlimited resource for modern people. We never really thought about the word. There would be a day that we won't have tomorrow. This is why people have this panic when the amount of tomorrow is limited. When people eventually realize, probably I can't postpone anything to tomorrow. If I don't do this right now, I will never have a chance to do it again. Everyone's terrified. Why? Because they realize there are too many dreams left in their lives to accomplish. Those things could be really small as going to see the sunset in Bali. Those things could be really big as trying to eliminate poverty from this world. Those things could be really personal as your childhood crush out. Those things could be really business-like as purchasing a house in Singapore. those things could be really easy as giving your grandparents a phone call. Those things could be really hard as climb to the top of Mountain Everest. All those things make up our life goals. The panic we have in reality is a fear that we might never achieve our life goals. Actually, maybe unfortunately, there is a judgment day for every one of us. Our life is limited. We all have a day that concludes our life. In another word, there is a limit in the amount of tomorrows we will have. For every one of us, we all have a whole list of things that we want to do in our lives. Being able to achieve these things was the ultimate goal for all of us. However, through my life, I never met a single person who had the courage to say that he had finished all the things he wanted to do except Mr. X. Mr. X, comparing to others, had a shorter life to achieve all the goals, as he wasn't expecting that he could be alive after 2001. The only reason he could finish all the goals and be in a state that he has no regret to die was he was one of the very minorities in this world who had the courage to give up everything he had, ignore the social pressure, and just be the true himself. It's really not that hard to do the things we want to in our life, as Mr. X finished everything in less than half a year. In my TOK class, Dr. Baer talked about the 4 quadrants in our life. On the horizontal axis, we have emergency. On the vertical axis, we have importance. For me, this is a perfect demonstration of our lives. Most of us were stuck in the first quadrant, which was filled with things that are emergent but pointless. They are the priorities of our machinery life routine, but they are definitely not the priorities of our lives, not the priorities of our happiness. We will never get our real happiness if we are stuck in the first quadrant and never have a chance to do the things we truly want in our lives. As I mentioned at the opening of my speech today, we all have 8 hours left in our lives only. More specifically, 7 hours, 55 minutes. What are you going to do in the remaining time? I'm pretty sure all of you are going to sleep through the remaining 8 hours. But for everyone else who's sitting here today, while you keep wasting your time in pointless things, or going out to do the things that you truly want, to fight for individual freedom, to express your love to the ones who truly care, and looking for the ultimate happiness in your life. You want to be a coward for life, or be a hero for a moment. You can. And everyone can be the hero in his or her life by achieving his or her life goals as long as we have the courage. Go there and be your version of Miss X when you still have time to do so. Lastly, as this is the last Monday in my high school, I want to thank everyone who's sitting here today. No matter I know you or not, I talked to you before or not, for making the best memory I can possibly have in Whitby. And I encourage the graduation class of 2015 to take a moment and thank everyone in Whitby when you still have time to do so. Because without them, you would never achieve your goals in Whitby. For the graduation class of 2015, my early congratulations to all of you guys and the best wishes in final exams. I wish everyone could have the best life you have ever dreamed of, because you're very capable of doing that. Good luck and thank you.